And we are live. Welcome to the Blackville Balvers channel. I'm here with Paul with Twin Flicks. Thank you for coming on my channel, sir. How are you
Hey,
tonight?
man. No problem. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. Doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing fine. I've been waiting to do the show with you. We've been talking about it for, what, like 2-3 weeks already?
Yeah, about that. It's just certain different things come up. And so, yeah. Um, yeah. So I've actually got a stack of like new physical media that came to me from both Lionsgate and Will Go USA and some other stuff that I bought. So I thought maybe we could show that off, do some showcasing.
Show it off.
Yeah,
you can show it off. See what you got.
I don't know
there, man.
I don't know if I've never heard of this movie. I don't know if you have. Called Paper Tigers.
Paper Tigers, and I'm not the expert like Dieter is. So
yeah,
Dieter, that looks like a movie Dieter would know. I
really.
I've never even heard of that movie, but yeah.
So like, Will Go USA usually puts out these more independent type Korean, Japanese type movies. Excuse me, and but it says certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes. I've never heard of it. I don't know what it's about.
Heard of it either.
But they sent to me to review, so I'm going to review it. And let me see.
No. Is it like a martial arts flick or something?
It looks like a martial arts. Let me read what it's about here.
Yeah, tell us who's in it. You can describe it. I've never even heard of it, so go for it.
I've never even heard of these actors. Let me see if I can pronounce it. Aylin Yu, Ron Yuan, and Michael Shannon Jenkins.
I never heard of either of those actors either.
All high class A list actors, right?
Yeah.
So
definitely
it says,
A list, and I never heard of them, man.
Are you ready? Here we go. Here's the plot.
Mm-hmm.
As teenagers, kung fu disciples Danny, Hinge, and Jim were inseparable. Fast forward 25 years later, and each has grown into a washed-up, middle-aged man, seemingly one kick away from pulling a hamstring, and not at all preoccupied with thoughts of martial arts or childhood. But when their old master is murdered, the trio reunites, soon learning that avenging their master will require conquering old grudges and fears, and defend their legacy with honor.
Yeah, so it's the revenge flick, huh?
I guess so. It says so. It says
I like your trainer voice, by the way.
It says filled with laughs. So I don't know. Comedy, action, martial arts.
We'll see.
I don't know. So I'm going to be reviewing that. And another one that I got that I've never heard of, but it has Anna Taylor-Joy in it. Let me zoom
that's
in.
Always good. I like her. Yeah. I can barely see him when you hold him up.
Yeah. So it's
Here are the young men.
Yeah, here are the young men. I've never heard of this movie before.
It's got Anya Taylor-Joy, you said. She's a good actress, so.
But I haven't heard of the Dean Charles Chapin, Finn Cole, Travis Fimmel, Fred Wash Pelo. So haven't heard of any of these actors. And I have no idea what it's about. There's the back.
Yeah, read the synopsis then. I never heard of it either. But I'm a fan of Anya Taylor-Joy, so it got me sold.
Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Ready.
3 high school grads celebrate their newfound freedom with an epic, debaucherous bender. But when a horrible accident sends them spiraling out of control, each must grapple with the most daunting challenge of their lives, facing their own demons.
Ooh.
And a quote says, it leaves a lasting impression.
Oh, is it like drama, thriller?
So it looks like it. I have a sneaky suspicion that this movie was like maybe one of Anna Taylor-Joy's first movies before she blew up.
Yeah, they're trying to do she's big now.
Yeah, it sat on the shelf for who knows how long, and they're like, you know what? She's big now. Let's release this. Maybe we'll get some.
Make some money.
Yeah, make some money off of this. So Yeah, I've never heard of this. If anybody's heard of this or Paper Tigers, let us know down below in the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to be reviewing that as well.
Moving
And the
on.
next up is 2 movies here from MVD called Honor. Let me see.
Honor Killing.
Honor Killing. You see the artwork there?
Yeah, I like the artwork. Another movie I never heard of though.
Yeah, so I think this was it's from Tromo Films.
Tromo.
Yeah,
Tromo.
so
That's the one that James Gunn got to start with, right? I believe.
James Gunn, some other people did too. Yeah, but it's, Lloyd Kaufman produces it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the plot synopsis. A young woman with no name is victim to a savage sexual assault. She is further betrayed when her own family decides the only honorable thing to do is to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't keep a good woman down. After surviving the botched execution, she becomes driven by one thing: revenge. Trained by a shady bounty hunter named Victor, the woman takes her new skills on the road in search of the man who pulled the trigger, her own father, taking a knife, bullet, and fist to every male obstacles along the way. It was written, starring, and directed by Mercedes the Muse.
Mercedes the Muse. Huh?
It says here it's the first Grindhouse movie for feminists.
Oh God!
So I have no idea. It's the. It says here it's the.
It's an interesting synopsis. Definitely sells the movie. So
Yeah, it says here it's the brutal, deadly, uncut version.
ooh, brutal and uncut. Oh, sold. I'll take that one.
Man, so I don't even know what year. It says 2018, but I don't think it was made in 2018. I'm thinking I'm not sure what year this was made.
I think Trump is still made.
Yeah, they still make
sure.
it, but it
They
just
still
seems
make
like
movies.
it's older. But look, let's see the picture. It looks like a pirate. Looks
Yeah.
kind of like pirates. So I'm not sure what this is about. And then next up is one that I already watched. Biggie Small and Tupac, their murders. So this is City of Lies, and this is
City
about
Lies. Oh, I've heard of that.
Johnny Depp plays the cop who did the investigation. And
right. I've heard of that
he unofficially found out who killed him, but was continually turned down by the police.
Yeah.
And the movie goes in, and basically it's saying that the police were involved in the shootings that killed both of them.
Oh,
and
wow.
but Forrest Whitaker's in it.
Mhm.
Great movie, really good movie.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Nice.
And sorry about the cough. And they
Sorry.
also, I don't have Corona, by the way.
Neither do I.
They actually send me once in a while. They send me a giveaway copy.
Mhm.
So I was thinking maybe we can give one away tonight to
Sure.
one of our viewers.
Whoever shows up, have nobody showing up yet, but it's all right.
We're just talking to ourselves. That's cool.
It's all right.
Next ones. These are ones I purchased. The Hand.
Well, I've got that. I purchased that one too. Yeah, I got it. It's the Shout version, Shout Factory version.
Shout Factory.
Yeah.
Oliver Stone's first film.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
have you seen it before? Have you seen it before?
Yeah, I watched it when it came in. Look, it's our first guest. It's
Hey. I can't say it the way Rob says it, so I'm just gonna say RM.
See, you got her attention on the giveaway.
Oh, you sure did.
Yes, we were giving away
City of Lies, which is I don't know if you heard. We talked about it earlier, but it's about the Biggie and Tupac murders, and it's about the true story of the cop played by Johnny Depp who did the investigation and unofficially found out who actually was involved with the murders. Actually, a really good movie. I really liked it.
yeah, I liked it.
So I'm not sure how we want to do the giveaway.
Both doing good, thank you.
Doing great.
Thank you for asking.
How are you doing?
Yeah, how are you doing? I got to work on that.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it. I'm just going to say RM. RM.
RM.
I hope you're okay with that.
I'm Hispanic, so I should roll my R's better than that. Like, nah, I don't know. It's beer me.
I cannot roll my R's. I can't roll. So next up is one of my favorite movies from the early 90s. In A Line of Fire. Dude,
yeah, I got that version too.
I haven't seen this in probably since it came out. I think it came out in 93,
93, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it that long, and I forgot how great this movie was.
It is. I'm surprised it got a 4K release, honestly, but hey, why not?
Did you check it? You said you got the 4K?
Yeah, I have that version.
Did you watch it yet?
Not in 4K, but I've seen it before. Yeah, I had the Blu-ray version. It came in a double pack with Air Force One.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the 4K, the master in this is just amazing.
I'll probably watch it soon. I have it on my queue list. I got so many movies to catch up on. It's not even funny.
and talking about a giveaway, it does come with a digital code. So I'm saying we can give away the digital code tonight too.
Maybe. I usually sell them. I got this guy selling mine too.
Oh, really? I never keep the digital codes. I just figure we'll just give them away. But yeah, so we need to figure out how I want to give these away. We'll deal with it later, though.
We can, yeah. But yeah, on mine, maybe on yours, or we'll just,
This is just, I cannot stress enough how awesome this transfer is. It completely restored 4K UHD Dolby Vision. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out again. It's on my list to watch.
And next up is Mommy Dearest.
Yeah.
And this is the Paramount.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure. Is it called Paramount? Yeah, Paramount Presents. So Paramount Presents. They always have the little poster artwork inside. And
that's nice. Yeah.
I haven't,
Mommy Dearest.
Yeah, I haven't seen this in forever. Probably
like the interesting movie.
I don't think I've seen this since the 80s. It's been so long. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, another one from MVD, which J.J. Abrams actually does the music to.
What?
Night Beast.
Night Beast?
Yeah,
Never heard of that. Another one I never heard of.
Have you ever seen Red Letter Media?
Every once in a while, I'll check them out. I know I've heard of them, but every once in a while, I'll check them out.
Yeah, they're a pretty good channel, but they did a Best of the Worst episode that had this on there. And
nice.
I haven't seen this before, but I got it free from MVD.
Free, huh?
But it's free to review, but I don't know. It looks like a winner to me.
Night Beast, huh?
Let's do a plot synopsis. An alien with an appetite for blood is set loose on a small town when its spacecraft crashes and explodes. When Sheriff Jake and the militia arrive on the scene to investigate, a violent battle ensues, leaving only Jack, his sensuous lady deputy, and a wild-eye redneck with an unwilling and a mayor unwilling to stand up against Night Beast as his reign of panic reigns throughout the town. And it's another one from
but the most honest synopsis I've ever heard was the word rednecks.
Yeah.
Said Mommy Dearest comes on TCM sometimes. Hasn't watched it in years. I haven't watched it in years either. My family used to be a big fan of that movie.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't seen it forever.
Used to watch it.
Now, this one I've been wanting for a very long time, and I've never got it until it was finally released in 4K. Day of the Beast.
That's an interesting movie.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that. I have that version also. I saw it about a month ago.
This is insane. I've never seen it until recently, but I've always heard it was just a crazy movie. And
it's insane.
Finally watched. Dude, that movie's insane. It's crazy.
It's more of a comedy than horror.
Yeah. But let me ask you this: No spoilers, but I'll just ask in case no one's seen this. Do you think it was an LSD trip or if it was real?
Ooh, that's a good question. I just never seen a priest that acts like that.
Yeah, I personally think it was all an LSD trip.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
Yeah, but
interesting movie. I enjoyed it though.
Yeah,
it's definitely right up my alley.
And the way it's edited and the cinematography is just it's amazing. It's like it's one of those movies. Every once in a while, I'll watch a movie that really motivates me to make a movie, and this was one of them. They're like, watching how it's directed, edited, put together really motivated me to want to make a movie.
Yeah, it's definitely well made. I'll give it that much. Because I kind of wish it was more horror than comedy, but I still didn't mind it.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, some of the humor kind of didn't land, some of it did land, but I don't know. I like this. I thought it had a good blend. And then of course, Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Good, 4K. Bad, and the Ugly.
You can't go without having that.
Yeah,
and
I ended up getting it in the future. I canceled my pre-order because I heard it wasn't going to be the what do you call it, the extended or the.
Oh, it's not
extended version. No, it's not.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I canceled my pre-order. But
the only other thing I heard about this too is it's not HDR, it's SDR. So, but I've heard that the transfer is great.
Yeah, I heard it was still a transfer.
Of course, I got Justice League.
Oh, how did you get it? I can't even get it.
Zavvi. Have you ever heard of Zavvi?
Yeah, I get some from Zavvi. I ordered it from Zavvi, and then they said that like we don't do pre-orders. I'm like, what the hell? What's
really?
Me ordering it then, and so they canceled it.
Oh wow! But I've heard my brother actually got his from Amazon UK.
Yeah.
So you can probably
order but the shipping is insane.
Yeah, I think he ended up paying $50 for it.
It's like $20 for like shipping, and the movie itself was like $30, and then with taxes it was like close to $60. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
it's still on Max. Still on Max for free right now. So.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So I have a couple guys I've talked to at Warner Brothers Home Media, and because I've always heard Zack Snyder wants this out in physical media in the U.S., but from the guy I talked to, he said that's probably not going to happen because Warner Brothers has a big chip on their shoulder against Zack Snyder right now, and they kind of. Yeah, and they kind of want it to be an HBO Max exclusive. So the only reason they actually released it in the UK is because there is no HBO Max in the UK.
A lot of those don't have.
Yeah, and I think it was only shown on the Sky Network, but it was very limited. So that's why they released it on film in the UK. But I don't think we're going to get one here in the States anytime soon.
Nah, we'll see.
So what did you think of Justice League?
The Zack Snyder one?
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot better than I call it Justice League. That's what I call Justice.
I call it dumpster fire.
I think it was a big improvement. Could have lost about at least 30 minutes, and it would have been even better. But I didn't mind it. That was very good.
Yeah, I loved it.
I did a review on Cinema Gulp with on his channel. Me and Scotty, guy who was on the two who were on my show this past Friday. Yeah, we did a review.
Oh, cool.
On Cinema Gulp's channel. Yeah,
one thing I loved. Two things I absolutely loved about it is that the Flash, they actually made him do something. They made him unlike the theatrical cut where he was just scared of everything. And he didn't want to, they really didn't do anything with him. In this one, Zack Snyder used everybody, to the potential. And I loved it how everybody was working together as a team instead of,
more like teams.
Yeah. And then lastly, I got Indiana Jones.
I saw your unboxing video. It made me laugh. It made me laugh.
Yeah, I had fun with that one. But still. I can't stand it.
I just threw it away. Well, I let my dog chew on it for a while, and then he was already biting it on the side. Like, no, I don't need you swallowing it. So
chew
threw it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great disc set, 4K, but such an awful packaging. I don't know.
Terrible packaging. Yeah. Have you seen any of the films yet on 4K?
Oh yeah, yeah, they look great.
They all look pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
and yes, so, I did watch Crystal Skull.
I can't.
I'm not that much of a hater on Crystal Skull, honestly. Other than the silly fridge scene and the monkey swinging scene. So
I'll tell you, when Simon and I saw it in the theater, we were so hyped up to see it. As soon as we saw, you know how it starts out with what it looks like a mountain, and then it ends up being a gopher.
A gopher hole, yeah.
As soon as me and Simon saw that, we looked at each other and said, "This is not going to be good."
Right from the get-go, you had your doubts, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I can't stand the movie. I've tried watching it before, and I can only get in maybe. I can't get past the part where Harrison Ford, Indy meets Mutt at the college, and they have that really cool. That chase scene was pretty cool, where he was on the motorcycle being chased.
Yeah, through the library.
Yeah, I like that chase scene, but I can't get past that. Past that, I can't watch it. It's just, I just can't stand it.
It took me a couple of days to watch it, but I made it through.
Yeah, so I just pretend that one doesn't exist. Like I said in my unboxing video, there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking.
Your favorite trilogy.
Yeah, like I don't know what you're talking about. A 4th one? There's a 4th one? There's no 4th one.
Yeah.
So which Indiana Jones is your favorite?
Actually, it's probably. It's definitely Raiders. Raiders is probably my favorite. Definitely, I like all. You say Temple of Doom. I mean, I got talking crap about it in the chat one time, and I was like, I called Temple of Doom a dopey movie. Like, it's just such a silly movie. Like, how did they get away with half the stuff they put in that movie?
Well, that was like that and Gremlins were the 2 movies that spawned the PG-13 rating, and so because I mean, I remember watching that when it came out in 84.
84, yeah. So, then like about 6 months later when they came up with the rating.
Yeah.
The PG-13 rating.
PG-13. But I was I think I was 6 when that came out on video. You don't want to. There is no.
I don't know. I say yes. I'm sure Simon says. I mean, Paul says no. Sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, RM. There is no part 4. All there is 3 of them. And Last Crusade is the Last Crusade. That's.
I like that you said that in the video, though. You say it was the Last Crusade, so it should have been the last one. I like that you said that in your video.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. So, that's it with the physical media. What did you pick up anything?
No, not recently. Like I said, I got the Indiana Jones set. I was supposed to get Nobody, but it hasn't shipped yet.
Yeah, Nobody comes out tomorrow, and then
I ordered. Go ahead. I ordered Nobody in that, and that's it. Like the only thing that came in last week was In the Line of Fire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Batman Last Halloween. I'm looking forward to that.
I heard that was coming out.
Yeah, there's part 1 and then part 2 comes out a month later. But I may wait on it because I heard that Warner Brothers is going to end up putting them both parts together as one big movie and release it as one movie in, I think they said October or November. It makes sense, October. But so I think, oh really?
That's around my birthday. November.
So, November is. Yeah, so I think I'm going to hold off on buying that and wait till the uncut movie comes out. But yeah, nice. So that's about. I got these two.
I forgot to mention Basic Instinct. I got Basic Instinct.
Oh, you did.
From Zavvi. Yeah, the UK, the UK version, the uncut version. That's in 4K. I ordered that.
Mine shows it should be here.
Yeah, it came in
Friday or Saturday. I think mine should be here, and I'm going to do
I got on Saturday. I'll probably watch either tonight or tomorrow night.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to do a whole unboxing of it and a little review of it too. Let me see if you can guess what these are from, or if anybody's watching. Let me zoom in. If they can guess what these are from.
Yeah, I can't even see it.
Can't see him?
No. Oh, that's from what's it called? What's that movie? I can't think of it. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. That's a clue.
Keanu Reeves. Oh, John Wick.
Yep.
So I got to say John Wick. I didn't want it to be wrong though. The second one, the second one, right when he does the little blood.
Yeah. So I got these little props, the 2 coins, cool. And then the little blood thing. I don't know what they call it, but yeah.
Yeah, I also wanted to say John Wick, but I didn't want to be wrong, and I ended up being right. So go figure.
Usually, it's your first instinct where you're right, and then you start doubting yourself, and then you're wrong.
I know, right? You doubt yourself.
Yeah. So, hey, let me ask you. So, were you born and raised in Texas?
Yes, born and raised, San Antonio.
Cool. Yeah. So, we moved here. It's been 18 years now since we moved here, and we're originally from Oregon, the Portland area.
Oh, okay.
And then we moved, and then when we were 18 or 19, we moved to Simi Valley, California, which is a suburb of LA. And then we moved, and we were there for about 10 years, and then we moved to Texas. But yeah, dude, Texas, especially Austin, I'm sure you know, it's a huge.
Yeah, I lived there for 2 years.
Yeah, they're a huge independent film circuit there.
Oh yeah, because of Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's probably what did it. And yeah, have you ever tried visiting his studio?
No, but I would love to.
I think they huge. Well, they used to before the pandemic. They used to give tours.
That's huge. He films all those movies there.
Yeah.
He does it all. Edits, composes, produces.
Yeah, I saw
cinematographer.
Yeah, I saw an old interview before. I think it was before Desperado was made, where he said he wants to be George Lucas, and he basically has been. He's not part of the DGA. He does his own thing, just like George Lucas does.
He left when they wouldn't allow him to put Quentin Tarantino's name on Sin City.
Yeah.
They were like, well, I'll just leave and do my own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing that way ever since.
Exactly. Yeah. So Texas, man, I tell you.
Have you been to San Antonio?
So let me ask again.
Go ahead. You can do an interview. You can interview me.
Again, I apologize. I can't roll my R's. So RM. Let me ask you a question. You're in New York, I believe. So when you came down to visit Texas, how much of a culture shock was it for you? Because
that's a good question.
Because I have to tell you, when we moved here because we lived in the Pacific Northwest all our lives and California, and when we moved to Texas, huge culture shock. Huge. And I've been here 18 years and I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah, I've heard that many times, believe me. So it's nothing new to me. I mean, it's so much. We're very welcoming here, though. We're a very welcoming state.
Well, it's like that's the thing. Is like when I first moved here, I went to like the week we moved here, I went to a mall.
She's been here many times.
Many times.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, so when the week we moved here, I went to a mall, and I'm walking around, and everybody's like smiling, and we're waving. Not everybody waving, but people would wave at me and be so friendly, and I'm like looking around, thinking to myself, "What is my zipper down? Why is everybody looking? What's everybody happy about? What's everybody?" And I'm like, nobody should be this happy and this friendly. Like, is there something in the water? But yeah, I mean, it just in California, especially LA, if someone's nice to you, like really nice to you, it's usually because they want something.
They want something. No,
And
we're just a very friendly state.
Yeah,
very welcoming.
So when we first moved here, and people were being nice to me, I'm thinking to myself, what is it that you want? I never said it out loud to them but I'm thinking to myself, okay, what's his agenda here? What's his or her agenda here? Why are they being so nice to me? What do they want? Because I was so used to that in California,
Yeah, it'd probably be the same way because I've been out of Texas like 4 times, and I've been to Arizona, Colorado, Louisiana, and Florida.
Yeah, I went to Louisiana after Katrina hit, and I went to New Orleans, and I helped with the housing. So I went out there and did some roofing and some housing for some people. So that was pretty cool. So
there you go. Yeah. Says, I love Texas. Everyone is nice. I have family in the Southwest, so I visit several times a year. Culture is different from New York. I miss the smile. So you have family in Texas, huh?
So let me ask you, RM.
Is it Texas or Southwest? I don't know. Where that is.
RM. So is it true as in California compared to New York? Because I've never been to New York. If someone's nice to you, being nice to you, is it usually because they want something or they have an agenda, and that's why they're being nice to you? Compared to Texas? I've always wanted to go to New York, though. I've never been. I always wanted to go.
Yeah, New York's definitely on my bucket lists.
So I can't believe, I'm not a political person at all. And we discussed this a little bit before the show started. I'm like the least political person. But when something like this happens where Governor Abbott passes the gun law that he just passed, I mean, that's just insane. I mean, I understand because somebody brought up a good point to me when I was talking to them. They said, yeah, you hear about all the shootings, but you also don't hear about how many times guns have saved lives.
Oh, yeah,
that's true. And that's true.
It's always a negative portions.
Yeah. But then, and it's true. You don't really think about that. But then you're thinking, but still have some sort of regulation. Now there's no background check. You don't need a permit, don't need a license. You don't need to be trained on how to use a gun. And you can just carry a gun openly. It doesn't even need to be concealed anymore. You can just carry it openly anywhere you go now.
Pretty much.
I mean, if you're going to do that, at least have some regulation. At least have a background check and train someone on how to use the gun. I mean,
right. Even after they passed that open carry law, I can count on my hand how many times I've seen people who actually open carry.
Well,
I mean, here in San Antonio, I don't know how it is in the other places in Texas.
I'll
San Antonio, I can count on my hand how many times I've seen people actually do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's rare to see, but I've seen a few times. But so a little bit of backstory before I get into why I'm saying this. So I had surgery back in 2011 that left me with nerve damage, muscle damage, partial paralysis in my right calf, and a dropped foot. So because of that, I drive handicap plates, and I drive with a left accelerator pedal. So I'm legally handicapped. So when my back is really bad, I'll go ahead and park in a handicapped space. So after they passed this gun law, let's see what's this here.
Go ahead. I'll follow with you after you finish. Go ahead, man.
Okay. So after they passed this gun law, I've had 3 people this week come up to me, see me park, get out, and come up to me and basically badger me about being handicapped and saying that you're not handicapped. You're they're saying you're not handicapped. You're a liar. You're just using your parents' car. And I'm like, no, you can be young and still be handicapped. I don't have to be an old person to be handicapped. I have a certificate in my wallet. I can prove it to you. So one guy did that to me, long hair, like real Texan type guy. And he got on me, and he was saying, call me an effing liar. You're not handicapped.
Oh, God.
All this stuff. I said, you know what? Believe what you want to believe. Whatever. And I turned around and he started yelling at me to get back here. Well, I did turn around, and he held out the gun.
What the hell?
Like, and like, I don't know. I guess he was trying to provoke me something. And I just went into the store, and then I waited till he was gone, because people are crazy, man. You don't know what.
I should have reported it to somebody or something. That's not right.
I told the store manager. He called the police. He said the police said, "Well, now it's an open law now."
Yeah,
so he has every right to hold a gun. And they said, but if he actually was shooting at you or provoked you by pointing a gun at you, that'd be different. Mm-hmm. But he was just holding a gun, so there's nothing they could have done. And that's what's crazy, is because you don't know who you're dealing with. And then all of a sudden, something happens. But
that's insane. That sucks that happened to you, man. People always have to question. It's like nobody's business. I mean, you don't. People assume it's because you're in a wheelchair, you have to park in the handicap. I'm like, no.
Yeah, or because I'm not. If I'm not 70 or 80 years old, then
I know, right?
Like young people can be handicapped too. What was the what did?
Yeah, let me go back to it. But this is a hard question to answer. I guess it is true that if a person is nice to you, they may want something. You do have to watch your back. You usually want information here.
Yep.
And then she added, you must have nerves of steel. I don't know if that was adding what she said or what you told us.
I try to.
You have to, especially here in Texas. I mean, there's people that are good and bad, so
I learned a long time ago, working in the film industry in California, you have to have nerves of steel. You have to know how to hold your own and hold your ground. Otherwise, you're just going to be pushed around and ran over. I had to learn that too. Me, when I used to work security, so I worked security for a bank for 15 years, and I had to deal with all kinds of people. Wow. Yeah. So
believe it or not, yeah. So
I will say having a confrontation is definitely way different here than it is in California. Mm-hmm. In California, they're very I forgot what the word. I don't know what the word is. They're very I want to say polite, but not polite. They're very formal of how they threaten you.
More formal.
Yeah, of how they're not
gonna do it with a gun. They're just gonna do it with their mouth, I guess.
Yeah. And here they're like, if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm gonna pull out the gun.
Yeah, more confrontational here.
Yeah.
Sad but true.
But do we have any? Do we have anybody on it? Do we have any guests that want to come on, or?
Well, if she wants to come and talk to us, she can. You're more than welcome to come on. I'll send you the link if she wants to join us. Good. Let's see.
So it's these live shows I've noticed are getting more and more popular. It's like the way YouTube, YouTube's always evolving. And I remember when I started, it used to be videos can't be longer than 5 minutes. 5-minute videos. Mm-hmm. That's it. Now,
nowadays these go on for 2. I've seen streams like this that go on for 5-6 hours.
Yeah. And then it was all about.
We've seen Rob do it. Rob does some of his midnight metal shows are like 5-6 hours. I'm like, and I'm trying to stay up too, and then
I don't know
drinking.
I don't know how Rob does it. It's like I don't know. He's got John Campia's show in the morning, his show in the afternoon, the midnight metal. Plus, he has his own job, his own work. It's like
I still think he has a clone.
A what?
Still think he has a clone.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like, I told him.
I appreciate the offer, but I have to work in the morning, so I can't. But thank you for thinking of me. Well, thank you for coming on my show, and I'll see you in the future.
Thanks for coming. We hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're not alone in the chat.
As far as I see, I put it out there. I don't know. Maybe because it's the topic. Like, it's just text and talk. No Loki talk.
Is there a way to change the topic while we're on? Or
yeah. I can change it. What do you want me to change it to?
Oh, shoot. What did I do?
I can change it.
I don't know.
It works. It says that if it was just, you wanted to come on show. So I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, we'll chit chat for however long. No limit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, YouTube's evolving so much now. Now it's these live shows that are the new thing of the new way of doing YouTube right now. And but I don't like doing it on my own. I like having somebody as a soundbar to have a conversation with. So I've never done it myself.
All right. Have a good night. Thanks
good night. Have a good night and have a good day at work.
Hey,
come back.
Ernst.
Stephen Ernst.
How are you tonight, sir? And
his guest name is Paul at Twin Flicks.
Paul, Twin Flicks. Who's the one that usually talk more in the live chat? Is it you or is it Simon?
What was that? I mean,
in the live chat, usually like.
Oh, Simon usually. I think Simon usually talks more in a live chat.
Yeah.
What's hard?
I thought it was he was the one who's gonna was it both of you who were gonna come on or just one of y'all? So
yeah, yeah, you've been talking to me the whole time with the about coming on. But,
okay.
But yeah, like I was saying, is that YouTube has evolved so much with these live shows now, and I've never wanted to do one myself because I just felt awkward sitting in front of a camera talking to myself. I like having somebody to talk to and a sound, go back and forth and have a conversation. And so, yeah, thanks for inviting me on. And,
well, yeah, definitely.
Been looking forward to it
because you've been pretty cool about commenting on my stuff and in chats, and so bro, welcome on my show, or even if you want to join us in future reviews of Loki, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, definitely.
I plan to do one on all 6 of the episodes.
So is there only 6 episodes that are going to air, or?
Yeah, it's been confirmed as 6. There's still 4 left.
What I like about it though is that they're an hour long, unlike.
I guess I could ask you what you think of it while you're here.
Because I know WandaVision, I was disappointed. I loved WandaVision, but I was disappointed about how short the episodes were. I wanted more.
I know, yeah.
Because they were only like 30, 40 minutes. And so, but let me ask you first. What did you think of WandaVision compared to Captain America, Winter Soldier?
Well, to me, they were totally different shows. I mean, I thought WandaVision, it was a lot more. It started out quirky, with all the 50s and 60s of sitcom stuff, and I didn't really care for that at first. And I'm glad I actually picked up, going into the end of 3 and into 4, 5, and 6, which is what I talk about. I also did a review of Cinema Gold, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So you can watch that one too, but I don't mind giving. It makes it sound like I didn't like WandaVision, but I actually did. I just wished it was, structured a little better, a little tighter than it was.
Yeah. Well, I loved WandaVision. One thing I've noticed, people that I've talked to, they said that because it started out kind of slow and like in the 50s, 60s sitcom type era. And so I've noticed people that just quit watching it because of that and never went back. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, okay, they're obviously doing this for a reason. Don't you want to find out?
Definitely for a reason.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you want to find out what that reason is instead of just cutting it off? Because like Kevin Feige, everything he does in these shows and movies is for a reason later on down the road. I mean, we've kind of learned that by now. And so it's like, I always tell people, even if you don't understand what's going on or like it, stick with it, because in the end, it will all wrap together and you'll all understand what is going on.
Yeah. With me, it was like if it wasn't good by like episode 3 or 4, like I was gonna tap out.
Oh, really?
Like luckily 3 had that good ending, with the revealing who she really was. What was it? What's her name?
Yeah.
I can't remember the character's name right now.
That's one thing with me is
Monica Rambeau's daughter.
Yeah, that's one thing with me is like on Rob's show. I was talking to him a couple times privately. I'm like, I'm an imagination connoisseur. I love everything about it. Well, one thing that's hard for me is remembering people's names.
Right. I'm usually good at that.
What'd you say?
I'm usually good at that too, but right now the character name slipping my mind. But once they revealed who she actually was, it's getting somewhere.
Yeah. When I first saw the first episode of Winter Soldier, I didn't really care for it. I don't know. There's something about it that I didn't really care for, and I didn't start really liking it until because was there 6 episodes on that one?
Yeah, there was 6.
Yeah, I think it was the third episode is when middle of the third episode is when I finally thought, okay, this is going somewhere. And
I think third was my favorite episode. 3.
Yeah. But I love Loki. Loki is awesome.
Loki's great. Mm-hmm.
The time variance, and a lot of people are talking about there are different versions of Loki.
Yeah, the different versions of Loki.
In the time variant, like in the facility. I've heard people say that there's different Lokis inside the facility, and I don't know. That doesn't really make sense to me. Because the way Owen Wilson was talking to him, because if it was different ones, they wouldn't know what each other, what Owen Wilson was talking about with the other one. So I don't really know if I buy that, but it's gonna be really interesting to see where this goes and how it leads into the other movies.
Yeah, that's what I like about the show so far, and it's not as predictable as the other 2 have, kind of, and you don't know where it's going to go. So I think that's what makes it more exciting.
To me, the show Winter Soldier, to me, it felt more like a setup than an actual story. And those are ones I don't really care for. I don't really care that they're only making this just to set something up.
They completely had to change up the whole plot, because I think it was really supposed to be about some kind of virus, and obviously with what we all went through this past year, they had to change it all up. And so
I know that they had to change they had to change the whole story in the middle of production. And so they had to do it quick. So actually how good it turned out, it's amazing with how short of a time they had.
It flowed pretty well, considering you could tell where the changes kind of were made, because the tone changes between like 3 and 4 episodes. 3 and 4, the tone changes. You start to know the motivation of what the word they call it, the time that team.
So how many people are watching this right now?
Just 2.
Me and you.
Me and you, and so Steven, or is she still there, man?
Hey, if Steven's still there, anybody who's on there is welcome to hop on, and we can have a threesome.
Yeah, Steven Ernst's still here. He says, yes, if the Disney Plus Marvel shows are only set up for the movies, they will have limited potential. I agree with that. Just Loki is the one that so far doesn't seem that way. The other 2 were because WandaVision is kind of a setup to Doctor Strange.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing for me though. I don't mind setup as long as there's also. I don't speak that way. I don't mind setup as long as there's also a story to it. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
Like an example, Back to the Future Part 2. Everybody loves that movie, but I always thought of it as basically Back to the Future Part 2 was a trailer for Back to the Future 3. Like it was all set up. But there are other movies or TV shows where they do setup, but they also carry their own story. That's what I like. I don't like it just solely for setup. So, yeah, of course, the shows. I mean, even the movies set up for other movies. So you can say the same thing with that with the MCU movies, is that they're all set up movies for future movies. Mm-hmm. So of course it's all set up. But what I want is I also want a story on its own while they're setting up.
Right. It shouldn't feel like it's setting up. It should still tell a story.
Yeah, and that's what I felt more like with Winter Soldier, is more just a setup. But like Loki, that's why I like Loki so much, because it looks like it's its own story while it's setting up what's going to happen with the films.
Exactly.
Steve, if you're still there, if you want to jump on.
He just sent me. He just mentioned. I just didn't want to interrupt you. He said, "Seriously, I join you, but I'm real tired." Well, so thanks for showing up. Anyway,
everybody's tired. Come on.
The
night's still young. Come on.
The night's still young. I know we're all the night owls. At the ones that stay up late.
Yeah.
The ones that are going to be on.
Thanks for tonight. I don't think there is one tonight. Yeah, there isn't one tonight. Sunday and Mondays he takes the night off for Midnighter. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, Stephen.
Yeah, thank you. You get to share, like it, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, any questions for me that you have?
Yeah. How long did you say you've been on YouTube?
Well, actually, a little bit of a story there. I originally went on at the end of 2015 as Blu-ray Junkies, and I had a few videos on there and had like over 100 subscribers. And I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I went to log in and my channel was gone.
What?
All my videos were gone. All my subscribers gone. I don't know. To this day, I don't know what happened. So I was, after freaking out, I restarted the channel's Twin Flicks in February of 2016.
Oh, okay. Wow. So 5 years, about 5.5 years. Not bad.
Yeah, we're almost at 3,000 subscribers.
You get some pretty decent names on your channel too, from what I see.
Oh, the interviews?
Yeah.
I mean, like I think I told you before, we got those interviews mainly from some of the filmmakers we've worked with. Others is just
that's right, because you used to work in.
Yeah.
You worked in the business, so you got the hookup, I guess, as they say, the connections. Yeah.
So like Alex, our interview with Alex Proyas, he lives in Australia, and so the way I got his interview is from a friend of a friend, and so I got his contact and got in contact with him, got in touch with him.
Yeah, El
Necron.
Yeah, he's a new subscriber to my channel. Thanks for showing up, man.
El Necron, what's up?
Thank you for your comments too. Thank you for your comment on my unboxing video. I saw it.
El Necron, were you the one that was telling me about those bands the other night on Rob's show? Can't remember if it was you or someone else. Anyways, let me know, because I don't remember the names of the bands. I wanted to check them out. So what were we talking about?
Your connections and how you got Alex Proyas.
Yeah. So basically, I was just a guy who knows someone who knows Alex Proyas. So he just sent me his contact information.
Who knows someone?
Yeah,
it's always good. That's always a good thing.
It's my best friend's brother's close friend's roommate sister.
To the third power.
Yeah. So but yeah, I mean, honestly, I've tried to get others on in the past, but the pandemic was like that was our end, because everyone's so busy but when everything shut down, there's nothing for them to do. So it's like everybody just started saying yes. And
he says, I mentioned my band being a slasher movie. Is that the name of the movie or band?
Oh, were you the one that
answering you?
Were you the one that said that your band is in a movie?
Oh, I mean Hod, my band. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Hod.
Okay, yeah, because I think you said your band is in a movie, or the song from your band is in a movie, if I remember right. But yeah. So the pandemic and everything shut down. Everyone just started saying yes, and Hollywood. Everyone in Hollywood loves to talk about themselves. So
of course,
But yeah, our very first interview that we had when we moved here was Bryan Singer. Oh, not Bryan Singer. Sorry, John Ottman, the composer for Bryan Singer movies. So when Bohemian Rhapsody came out, and that whole controversy with Bryan Singer when that movie came out, with all the allegations. So you know what I'm talking about?
Kind of, sort of.
Bryan Singer.
Oh yeah, Bryan Singer.
And his allegations that came out about him.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I'm talking about? Okay, so
yeah, you can reiterate. That's fine.
Okay, so Bryan Singer had a bunch of allegations against him that he molested or had sexual relations with underage.
Yeah, right. I remember hearing that.
Guys, yeah. So with that controversy and with Bohemian Rhapsody out, it was kind of a good time to talk to John Ottman, who I've been a friend of. He's the composer to all his movies.
Editor and composer.
Yeah. And so I thought, you know what? Let's bring him on the show. Let's talk a little bit about it, because you can't actually talk about Bohemian Rhapsody without talking about the allegations at the time, because it was the biggest news. But yeah, so it was before I started doing video interviews, and I just did interviews over the phone. And so I just recorded the interview over the phone and then posted on YouTube. So there's no video on that one. It's just voice.
Just a voice.
But yeah, that was a great interview, because he talked. He gave a lot of insight about Bohemian Rhapsody, because Bryan Singer was fired off of that production, and then who was his name?
Did you get to ask how much Bryan Singer did actually ended up in the movie? Or?
Yeah. He said majority of it. He said basically what they had to redo was the reshoots. He wasn't there for reshoots, and he said he wasn't there for the final the concert at the end.
The Live Aid.
Yeah, the Live Aid concert. He wasn't there. Yeah, so he wasn't there for that. So they brought in what's his name? The director Dexter Fletcher, director of Rocket Man and Eddie. What's that other movie he did? Eddie and not Eddie and Cruisers. Eddie
Eagle?
Yeah, Eddie the Eagle. Yeah. So he directed those two movies, but they brought him in.
And trolling or not? I think I got my first troll. Woohoo!
Man,
when I was at the store today, security asked me to leave due to a threatening stare, and all I did was look at DVDs. America is dead. Since when is being focused a threat?
I'm not. I
don't know if you're being serious or trolling, but hey, thanks for trolling. My first troll ever.
I'm not even sure what that comment really meant.
El Necron, you responding to you. Like, if you want to hear it, it's death metal, not everyone's cup of tea.
Okay, so are you on YouTube? El Necron,
death metal.
Yeah, El Necron, are you on YouTube? We can check it out. Anyway, so yeah, so we did John Ottman. Great
pretty
interview. In fact, he actually had to step in as director for a couple of scenes for a couple of days before Fletcher came.
Dexter Fletcher.
Yeah. And so yeah, it was a great interview. It was about an hour and a half long. And
that's pretty long.
yeah. And some of these other interviews, like big name interviews, like Dean Cundey, cinematographer of he like revolutionized the cinematography back in the 70s and 80s. He did like all the John Carpenter movies.
Dean Cundey, you said?
What did I say?
Did I say Dean Cundy?
Yeah, I thought I did. Did I say Richard Cundy? I don't know.
No, I thought I was trying to. Did you say Dean Cundy?
Dean Cundy. Yeah. So he did cinematography. He was cinematographer for all of the early John Carpenter movies, Roger Rabbit, Back to the Future movies, Jurassic Park, all this stuff. So how we got him is we got his contact from a friend, and then I always send them links to previous interviews I've done, because that way they can see that we're legit. We're not just some, we're not just some loser in our mom's basement, asking for an interview. And actually it's pretty funny because Dean Cundy said that he has had 2 bad experiences with that. He went ahead and said, okay, for an interview. And he said the interview was so bad. It was like some 17-year-old kid that didn't know nothing about anything. And he said it was the worst interview. It was bad. And so he said, I promised myself I wouldn't do any more interviews unless it's a legit outlet. And he said, but he said, I liked your previous interviews and you guys seem legit. You know what you're talking about. So he went ahead and said yes. But so that was a really fun one too. But if anyone is listening out there, on my Alex Proyas interview, he talks a lot about Dark City, and he said that I'm going to tell you something that I've never told anybody about Dark City, about a production in Dark City. So I'm going to leave it right there as a tease. Go check out that interview.
I gotta watch it now. Damn it. Come on.
Hey,
no hints.
No hints. You gotta check out that interview to see what it was. But yeah, he said I've never told anybody this before, and he said so. I'm gonna tell you. So I just want
that movie to get a 4K release. That's all.
Oh, I know. And The Crow.
And The Crow. I know.
The Crow is in desperate need of a new master restoration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Blu-ray it's a mess.
Yeah. Just trying to.
Yeah, that's cool that you got to interview all these people in the industry, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And one thing that I always promised myself, we always promised ourselves, when we did an interview, we would not have direct, formal Q&A, question answer. That's not fun. We want it. We want it more like a conversation, like what we're doing.
I feel like a conversation, like it's a talk show or like a late night type show.
Yeah, and that's one reason why Rob agreed to be interviewed by us is because he liked the way we did that, where people want to know who these people in Hollywood are.
Yeah, unless you post a link in the chat. That's not mine. That's not me. That's StreamYard's.
That's cool. Just
start seeing the car. Awesome. Yes, they are.
Yeah, check out that interview, Steven. Some channels, Twin Flicks. Just go to the filmmaker interview playlist, and he talks a lot about Dark City, Crow, and it's a really cool interview.
Yeah, he was actually check him out too.
He's actually did his interview in his new studio. He just opened a new studio in Australia, and he's focusing on making movies and short films for YouTube. And so he was
YouTube. Wow.
Yeah. So he was actually in the middle of making a short. If you look closely in the background, you can see people doing some ADR work on in the background of the video.
Oh, nice.
So it's just pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, Philip, what was the earliest movie memory you have? Like that movie that made you think, this is it. I love film. I love movies.
That's a good question. Because it was probably when I saw. I'll get back to the Future credit. That's what started making me love movies a lot. When you see a movie like that in theaters. I have memories of early movies also, like E.T. and then obviously Temple of Doom and Gremlins. But Back to the Future, that's the one that really, have a poster right here of it. So that's a big influence of me being a big, movie buff.
Yeah.
That's actually, it's still my number one trilogy of all time. I'm
Back to the Future.
and I'm not sorry for that either.
Well, yeah, it's like I was talking to somebody and saying, I think off the top of my head, I can only think there's only one trilogy left, and that is Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can't. I mean, if anybody out there knows of any others right now, I can't think of any other true trilogy. I mean, John Wick was supposed to be a trilogy, but now they're doing a fourth one.
Yeah, they're doing a fourth one. Yeah,
which I thought was dumb. They should just end it with the third one.
You never know. I had my doubts on the third one, and I think the third one's actually the best.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool, but I missed the trilogy. I miss just having a 3-part story trilogy, and that's it. I miss those. I miss those days because now everything has to be a franchise, like a Quiet Place. Now they're talking about they're going to make a spin-off TV series of Quiet Place, and it's like,
oh wow, TV series, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be good, but at the same time, it's kind of like, why does everything always have to be a franchised? It doesn't always have to be franchised.
Yeah,
but
it's good. As good as Quiet Place Part 2 was. I mean, I didn't think
I
it
loved
really needed
Quiet
a sequel. It didn't really need a sequel, if I'm being honest. But just lucky it was good. So
yeah, I loved it. So how old were you when you first saw Back to the Future?
I was 85, so I was 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
So we're okay. Yeah, I think we're about a year apart then. Yeah, same time.
Yeah, I'm 43, so yeah.
Okay,
I was 7 years old when it came out.
Yeah, I'm 43 as well.
We're all the same age, all the guys we all talk to.
I was born March 14th.
Cool. You're about 8 months old, about 7.5 months older than me.
Yeah. So yeah, because I remember that too. I remember my dad renting Back to the Future, and it was me, my brother Simon, mom and dad, and my younger brother Jason, and we all sat down in the family room and watched it. And I still remember to this day that iconic scene with the DeLorean pulling out of the back of Doc Brown's truck, and I still remember that.
It sounds good if you have good surround sound. The one that's coming out, like, oh my god,
did you get the
gives
4Ks?
Me the chill. Yeah, I got the 4Ks.
Yeah,
I thought they all look great, but man, that sounded when it's coming out, you can hear it in the bass. Like, oh my god, still gives me chills.
It's so cool.
35 years later,
I know. I can't believe how well those movies have held up. Still,
Yeah.
Back to the Future Part 2. It's really, really quick, but with the new Dolby Atmos surround sound, when after the main credits and it flashes to the future, and the flying cars they're flying at, DeLorean's flying at the flying cars, and it goes all around. It sounds amazing. You have the flying cars flying at him just completely surround you, go from the front to the rears, and I mean it just surrounds you completely. It's really quick, but it's just like one of the best sounding parts of Back to the Future 2 with the 4Ks. Just loved it.
I only have a sound bar. I don't have no fancy surround system. I used to back in the day, but I just have this teeny tiny sound bar, but it still sounds good.
yeah. I've got a what do I have? I have an Onkyo DTS 7.1. And
Onkyos are always one of the best ones.
Yeah. I used to have a Denon, which is better.
Oh, now you post my show. Come on, YouTube. It's only been an hour, and you finally posted that it's live.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I
wonder in the way showing it.
Let me just check it out here. I'm gonna get on there with my phone real quick. Let me see. Oh, there we are. Bunch of hands.
Get on there, you're fired, YouTube.
Couple of handsome guys there.
Yeah.
You can see my DeLorean here.
Yeah, see all your Back to the Future stuff in the background.
Marty up there, and I got the I don't know if you can see it. The Gremlin on the side there. He's like reaching to Marty.
Yeah, you can. I don't know if you can't see. No, you can't see it because my chair's blocking it. But I have 3 posters, and you put them all next to each other, and they make the DeLorean.
Cool. Oh, you got a Last Action Hero poster too.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I always love that movie.
You see, there's my
nice
poster right there.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I got Last Action Hero too.
Cool.
The witch, inspired my name.
Yeah, I think it was. I think I've told the story before. At least I know I did on Rob's show. But the very first memory I have of seeing a movie was E.T. It was in 82. Mm-hmm. 82. I was 3 years old, but yet I still remember to this day just vividly the ending when they're saying their goodbyes to E.T. and E.T. boards and the ship goes off and John Williams' music comes on and swells. I mean, to this day, I still remember it so clearly. And
yeah,
I mean,
I saw that one in theaters too, and that's one of the 2 movies that ever made me cry.
yeah.
One of the only 2 movies, because when you think that E.T.'s gonna die.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then you ever see Mac and Me?
Oh God, yes. I saw it in theaters actually. I was like,
you did?
I thought it was. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, talk about the biggest ET ripoff ever. I mean,
that scene in McDonald's where they did that dancing song scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and McDonald's actually paid them because it was blunt.
So only money that I think they got
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it. However, every time that Paul Rudd goes on, every time Paul Rudd goes on Conan O'Brien, he shows that same clip over and over. From Mac and Me.
He makes like he's going to show a clip from his movie, and it's
always the same.
That's hilarious.
It's like, oh God,
that's hilarious.
He did it to me again. Yeah,
that's hilarious. Let's see, 12 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to have to go soon, but
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we definitely got to do this again, and I need to learn more about live streaming because I would love to have you on my channel. Mm-hmm. As well, and we can go back and forth. So I need to get with you.
If you edit, that's fine. We can record it, and then we don't have to do it live if we don't want to.
Well, I want to. I kind of want to try to. I want to get more into it because I've had a lot of people say that telling me I need to get into it. So
I just wing it. I don't have nothing in front of me, no topic, no nothing. It's just me and you just talking back and forth.
Yeah,
it's good conversation.
That's great. Yeah, well, that's one of the best ways to do it. Because I've learned if you have something planned, it sounds like it's planned. Instead
you can tell.
Yeah, instead of just rolling with it. But yeah, I need to learn more
on your channel. We'll do a recording if you want to. And like I say, we're doing the Loki spoiler reviews. They're spoilers, by the way, so you have to watch the show before you come on. But every Friday we plan on doing a spoiler review. So
what time?
You can make, I want to say around 9 or 10. Well, 9 our time because we're both in Texas. So.
Oh, okay. Where's Cinema Gulp at? Are they in Texas or
no? He's in California.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and he's Cinema Gulp and Scotty. He was on our last show. He's in Canada, so he's an hour ahead of us.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, that's why he planned it like 10 o'clock his time. So we usually do it around 9 o'clock, 9 or 10.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I can get on or not. Yeah, like I said, like I've told you before, and I'm sure maybe other people have heard me talk about on Rob's show that about my dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were missing it this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's he has a IPF, which is a lung disease, and it deals with scarring in the lungs, and it's not reversible. What's that?
Yeah, Necron said putting San Antonio on the map. That's the goal, Nil Necron. Yeah, that is the goal.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to
So
interrupt.
that's okay. That. You're laughing at my dad.
Oh no, not at all.
No. So I do. I live at home to help my mom with my dad because I mean he is dying. I mean that's just the fact of it. And, and it helps going on this YouTube space because it helps me not to think about it and not to dwell on it so much.
Yeah.
And so doing shows like this helps and doing my own YouTube stuff helps. And So yeah, it'd be nice to do this once or twice a week. And
yeah, anytime you want, just let me know. We'll throw one together again. Once, twice a week. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, and maybe next time Simon will get on and we can do the three of us.
The three of us, yeah. It'd be good to have you both next time.
I won't say threesome again.
I know, but I'm gonna lose subscribers. Just like,
or you may gain a lot.
Like gain, who never know? Hey, the way it is now,
what you do is you
never know.
You take you have a picture, but you blur it out so you can't see what the picture is, and you just put on there threesome live. You'll probably get tons of subscribers and views all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta come up with a thumbnail, by the way, for this, but I'll do it later.
Yeah,
I'll get my partner to do it. My partner Steve to do it.
Cool. Do you watch The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs on Shudder?
No.
Do you remember the 90s Monster Vision?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. So Joe Bob Briggs, he came back to doing that where he's hosting.
Back.
Yeah.
I was watching that when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. And so he's on Shudder, and so I got the hat here. Last Drive-In, and
that's what that is.
Yeah. So the season's over right now. The last episode was Friday, but when his season comes on, he does every Friday. He shows a double feature of a horror movie, and then he hosts it. And he has a male girl there, just like he did back in Monster Vision, where they had the male girl go and deliver mail to Joe Bob, fan mail.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. And now that because it's on Shudder, he can show movies that are unedited. He can swear.
Oh, no, he can swear. Yeah.
So there's a couple times where he goes on a rant and just F. But
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a cool show.
They still let him get away with a lot.
Yeah,
back in the day, but he couldn't obviously curse, but they still got away with a lot.
Yeah,
watching it, like, oh, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. And but they do a season of 10 episodes, and then they always do like holidays. They'll always have a special episode. So they always have a special episode for Halloween and Christmas, and I think they did one for Thanksgiving and stuff. So yeah. I was thinking it'd be cool if there's a special on. We should do a show like the next day about it or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that'd be kind of cool, like an after show.
It's on Shudder. Huh? I don't even think I have Shudder. I'll find it.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. I think it's $4.99 a month, and
it's not bad.
But they got tons of stuff on there, and they're having newer stuff on there as well, like Psycho Gorman. Have you heard of that movie?
Oh yeah,
yeah, they have that. They have that on there. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to get going. But yeah, man.
Midnight.
Thanks
so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on the show, and we're going to do this again sometime. I'll see if I can make it on Friday. If not, next time you'll be on my channel, and we'll go back and forth like that.
Yeah, I can do it. I'll do it on your channel too. Why not?
Cool.
The more the merrier. Give me more practice. Cool. The other guys talk more than I do, but I don't. That's how I like to do it. But
yeah. One rule I've always had is no dead air, and that's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, especially with just two people. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I'll check out, and thanks for having me on.
All right,
fun.
Anytime. All right.
Later.
Have a good night. Later.
You too.